You're right. That's going to really confuse me the next time I start up Hearts of Iron. That's for sure. So they have Hearts of Iron 3 and Hearts of Iron 4. Well, Black Ice was a really huge mod for Hearts of Iron 3, so yeah. Decisions. We can choose to cancel MIFO bills. Oh, right, focuses. Are you ready for this, chat? Oh my God. I could feel the lag there as it was loading. Oh. Okay, it's not actually as huge as I kind of thought it might be. It's big, but it's not huge. Okay, so road to autarky, Göring's 4-year plan, organization, Reichsautobahn, Deutsche Arbeitsfront, expanded, military civilian industry. I guess that's a choice. Wehrmacht, Einheitskanzler. August program, Luftwaffe, Kommando. That's all. These are all the air focuses. So bear in mind that air focus is usually like 5 focuses total. In this, it's all of this. Then we got the Navy, Kriegsmarine Kommando, which includes a whole chunk of U-boats. Or we could go for Plan Z. Allgemeine SS. So I do remember the SS units hitting really hard in Hearts of Iron 3. Wehrmacht Kommando. Enter the Rhineland. These are the political and diplomatic ones. And then various speeches given by Mustache Man. Okay, well, I'm going to do the thing that I usually do and say industry. Okay, national spirit, autarky, lack of resources penalty goes down. One of the principal aims of the German National Socialist state is to secure Germany's complete independence from other countries' resources. To that end, the fatherland's own selection of resources must be expanded. Okay. And then, research. Yeah, research. Go on then. Let's start. Actually, before we do that, what about construction? I like these icons. They're a hell of a lot clearer than vanilla. What can we build? Infrastructure, airbase, anti-air, Flakturm, which requires the Flakturm technology. Flakturm were really deadly, like anti-air turrets that Germany employed. Kind of a cool structure. They're like super modern fortresses, basically. Radar, supply depots. Decreases supply consumption in the States and its neighbours to by 10%. That's a cool idea. Police station, reduces resistance. Research centre, here we go. Unbuildable. Research centres provide the nation with research slots. They can be gained by focuses and events. Losing a state with a research centre will result in the loss of a research slot. Capturing a foreign research centre does not provide you with additional slots, but a research bonus. And then we also have various industries with, I would imagine that's construction cost bonus. So right now, building military factories is super fast. And we're currently using 2%. Okay, I don't understand that. With our current 20% minimum consumer goods, we can dedicate another 2% to construction. Nope, don't know. Oh, you can. Yeah, that is construction speed. It even says right there. So these are various factories which will increase the number of factories we can use to build stuff. Each factory will reduce the production cost of small arms, light infantry weapons, common and special infantry equipment, and support HQ. So if we go into production here, we have 57 factories. And then here are the maximums. So we can have up to 5 tanks, up to 5 artillery, up to 10 small arms, 10 uniforms, 10 light aircraft, 5 heavy aircraft, 5 shipyards and 5 subyards. And then it also shows us the resources. And then resources we have in storage, which will be tweaked by the number of resources we're producing, I guess. Probably on a daily basis. I don't know how that's going to be calculated exactly. Then we also have fuel silos, synthetic refineries which generate fuel, rubber refineries, steel mills which generate steel and also aluminium. And then storage, which allows us to store more, so we probably want to set up fuel storage if we can, which would be the fuel silos. Rocket sites, nuclear reactors, recruitment centres, which will increase weekly manpower. Okay. And then we've got fortifications, so dockyards, pillboxes, land forts, coastal forts. And you can have up to 1 level of pillbox, and then up to 12 levels of fortifications. I'm guessing that Maginot, probably a 12? Yeah. Are those specialised factories? I believe that those factories will effectively change these maximums and minimums. No, they just make the resources cheaper. I don't know how this factors in, and how it decides how many factories we have to actually spend. We can change the priority as before. They've also made this panel bigger, which I kind of like. Intelligence agency. Seems to be exactly the same. Except that there... Ah! Vanilla needs that. Expanded operative management. So instead of using up a political advisor slot, just expand the bloody agency. That makes so much sense. If you want to spend a whopping 10 civilian factories on doing this, then do. Foreign assets. Okay. That's a thing that exists. Diplomacy is still a thing. Trade is still trading for civilian factories. Then logistics shows us all of the various items that we are now going to need to manage. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the most advanced and complex mod so far. I think I would call Total War the second in that category. I would imagine so. Like, the goal of this mod has always been add more detail. Specialized factories reduce the cost of production. The general factories increase. Ah! You are right. Also, civilian factories are now about the same price as a military factory. But military factories are cheaper to convert. I still feel like those conversion costs are still ridiculously heavy. Ridiculously high. Well, we are Germany, so... Whoa! They've increased the number of factories you can get in one state. And there are apparently limits on how many military factories we can put everywhere. Because I'm being maxed out at 1. 2 in a few places. How do I know how many are available? Like, Brandenburg is already full. But Brandenburg is definitely not already full. But I can build specialist factories there. Okay. Let's just get some of these generic military factories going first. I do kind of wonder if we should get some more civilians going. Or some more infrastructure, although, man, our infrastructure construction is bad. We're Germany. Let's go fighty Germany. It's like Mayo, but for Hoi4. Yes. Okay, so this is an any purpose slot. So let's wait on those. Let's do the infantry ones first. Which actually blocks these out. Oh, okay, I get it. I like it. So infantry equipment, I think we just want to try and keep everything modern. And we are actually ahead of time. We have the MP35. Could get paratroopers, but I don't tend to use those very heavily. Military police, which would definitely help with resistance, though I don't think it's necessarily a priority. Combat engineers. I do like saying engineering. Or unless there's an artillery we can do. Nope, our artillery is all ahead of time. So let's go with the combat engineers. And then we've got tank research. And cars. Small vehicles and other cars used for liaison transport in the field. I wonder what uses those. Oh, we can only use duplicates. Okay. Infantry uses guns, infantry equipment, field hospital, field uniforms, machine guns, mortars. Infantry equipment, field hospital, field uniforms. God damn it, I keep seeing field and thinking hospital. Light infantry uses SMGs. Garrison equipment for garrisons. Does this use suppression? No. Yes. It would be in there. That's a tiny little button, jeez. I was wondering if garrison units were going to be used for anything else, specifically. Vehicles. I was looking for vehicles in particular. Transport trucks, light vehicles. So I'm guessing that these count as light vehicles. Fortunately, it doesn't actually say anywhere on this unit overview that they do. That's a problem that Old World Blues also has. Like, what is a light vehicle? Okay, it's any in this line, I guess. It'd be nice if it actually told you on this page. Or we start working on the Panzer IV-A, which is a this year tank, and I think we will. Who needs cars when you have tanks? Okay, naval technology. So this could also be doctrines. Oh, no, just technologies. Okay, so no engines available until 39. Get better surface torpedoes. Get better artillery, we could get better mines. Better fire control. Or turrets. Oh, dual purpose batteries. Ooh. I feel like I want to research dual purpose batteries. And then start putting those on our destroyers. So the destroyers can act as anti-air and also anti-submarine. Although I don't know how much convoy escorting we can really hope to do here. But hey, it's me, so we're going to try and do some. This is going to mean that I need to go back to production, then build ship. Scroll down to destroyers. Destroyer 2. What kind of gun do you use? Heavy AA. Regular AA. .7 centimeter. I thought the tech tree was bad. Like, this is a starting game choice. 3-gun, 4-gun, 5-gun, 6-gun or 8-gun batteries. Or 3-gun, 4-gun, 5-gun, 6-gun, 8-gun dual purpose. But we do know... No, we don't know the caliber, because unfortunately on this freaking screen, it doesn't actually show you the calibers. What type of gun is this? Is it the little one or is it the big one? Tell me! I don't care that there's 8 of them. I care what kind of caliber it is. What kind of boomstick do you need? It doesn't even say the centimeters, as in millimeters. That's 102 or 1... No, hang on, it's currents. 70... Oh, there's different freaking sizes! These are all 127s. So is it 127 or something else? Uh, 127. It's in centimeters instead of millimeters, despite the tech tree being in millimeters, but that's fine. I can convert simple decimal. Just move the freaking point. So it's 127, so it's the slightly bigger ones. I don't know what the really small ones are for. There aren't, like, gunboats, are there? Because I wouldn't put it past this mod to have gunboats. No, it doesn't. Okay. So I don't know what the little guns are. Maybe they're secondaries for capital ships. But regardless, it's 127, so it's this one. Ah, it says here. Main batteries for carriers and cruisers, secondaries for capitals, cruisers, carriers and light carriers, tertiary for capitals. Doesn't say anything about destroyers though. Main battery for carrier and destroyer. But these aren't 107s. These are 76s. I'm not going mad, am I? This is a 5-gun 127mm. Will I ever play TNO again? Maybe at some point, but I'll be honest, like that last UK game burned me hard. I just don't feel like going back to it at the moment. And yeah, there were 2 other mods which were just horribly incomplete. The first one was the one that covers a ridiculous amount of history where it starts in like 1800s. And frankly, I just think the time frame for Hearts of Iron 4 engine doesn't work. There was a lot of just Speed 5 unpaused, sleeping, as 1000-day focuses completed. Just wasn't that interesting. And then there was another one which I think Marshall recommended, which was just very incomplete. Old World Blues is another update. Yeah. I mean, Old World Blues is constantly coming up with the small ones. I'll probably revisit it when they do another big one. End of an era. That's the one. That's the long timeline, yeah. Secondary batteries for cruisers and battleships with destroyer main guns in the US Navy. Yeah, but that's not what the tech tree is telling me. Here, you click on it and it says main battery for carriers and cruisers. Okay, but this is the 127mm guns, which I'm after. That's these guys. 127. Main battery for destroyer. Oh. So the dual purposes cannot be used by destroyers, so that would imagine that I then need to research this one, which is the main battery for a destroyer. That's the destroyer dual purpose. I see. Alright, let's play with the zooms. Zooms. Which there are not nearly as many technologies for. Hopefully these are just long. Nope. I have a feeling that this research slot's not going to get a huge amount of use. Alright, 109B. What type of plane is this? Regular old fighter. Okay, so that leaves these two, which has to do doctrines, engineering, and industry. Now I feel like our industrial stuff is kind of lacking at the moment. And by kind of, I mean really lacking. Like, consumer electronics is a really simple one, which would give us some more stability. I think I'll start with that. And then probably quality control, so we can start getting these. The other one would be synthetic research, though we already actually have synthetic. Wood-fired engines reduces civilian fuel consumption. Makes them slower to build too, but I think I'm okay with that. Anything that reduces fuel consumption is a good thing. Especially for factories, which I'm expecting us to have a lot of. Probably, actually, it's probably less important early. More important later. Let's go with quality control first. Yeah! Okay, then we have a free military factory. And we also need to sort out our navy construction. I feel like just having more guns is almost never a bad thing. Alright, let's sort out the navy. I think I'm going to do what I usually do here. Just make sure we're building just one of each of these classes, which at the moment we are. And then put them in order of when they're going to be completed, so I can put as many shipyards on these constructions as possible. That's a January. That's a January. That's another January. So is that. So is that. Let's get these early ones done first, eh? That will free up those shipyards for more interesting stuff. Oh, crap. That's not very useful. That doesn't show me when it's completed. Alright. This might take a minute. We are definitely saving the game when we're done here. Ooh, tier 3 submarines. Wait, tier 3s are considered into war. Okay, interesting. So these tier 2s really are old. March. July. And these are currently set to never. So we'll just wait until the submarines are done and then we'll have a better idea. These capital ships gonna take too long. Let's get the destroyers finished first. Because those are destroyers, and destroyers are pretty much always useful. Especially if we do decide to try and keep shipping lanes open. Haven't quite decided on that yet. Are we going to go for a more traditional Germany? Where we don't and rely on synthetics and beating the Soviets quickly? Or are we going to try and do something slightly ahistorical and try and keep shipping lanes open? Not necessarily to directly counter the British Navy. I mean, one of the problems with that is I don't know how navies in this work. So we shall see. You're an admiral, you need ships. That's true. Why are you complaining? Oh, outdated units. Yeah, that's fine. Unassigned divisions. That is true. We do have a lot of unassigned divisions at present. Okay, yeah, I was wondering about that. They've tweaked the capacity. So these units are going to be a lot smaller. Okay. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is split out the tank divisions. Oh great, I can't double click to select tanks anymore. Where was the other one? Yeah, tank. There you are. Alright, so those are the tanks. Then I think I'm going to grab the garrisons. Now, why are you a different colour? Oh, you're an event unit. Okay. So you want to try and not get them killed. Here's basically what that's saying. Gebirgs can go in a different thing. Cavalry. Oh, you're another tank. So I actually had 3 tank divisions. Then I'm going to split you exactly in half. Like so. Okay. I wonder how many troops a field marshal can lead. Let's find out. So we've only got 1 field marshal at the moment, and that's Blomberg. We cannot promote anyone yet. They have added a bunch more traits. I was kind of hoping to see that. Like, I like the trait system in vanilla. I do feel like they could do a hell of a lot more with it. Kind of like how Old World Blues did, but Old World Blues system isn't very well balanced, in my opinion. Like, the choices aren't very interesting, usually. Need some more tea, clearly. I need to control myself for this. Scobator, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Kalinos wants me to drink some tea. Sindrian sent in some bits. And King Stubbers coming in with a 23-month resubscription. You are very, very close to that 2-year resub where you would get those magnificent orange wings. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there. Sindrian, how did the Nazi Party finance the rise to power? Through crowdfunding. It's through crowdfunding, sorry. Ah, good. Black Ice is Dark Souls, while Vanilla Hearts of Iron 4 is Pokemon. Is Vanilla Hearts of Iron 4 too streamlined compared to like Hearts of Iron 3? Yes. Massively. Black Ice is a hostile mod that does everything in its power to make you want to leave. I don't agree with that. It's for people who want a more wargame experience rather than a more arcadey experience. Like Hearts of Iron 4 for a wargame is very arcadey. It's very streamlined.